Cuban tree frog is an amphibian that originates from Cuba. These frogs are widely distributed in Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Carolina, Florida and Hawaii today. Cuban tree frogs live in forests characterized by high humidity and small variation in daily temperatures. Number of Cuban tree frogs is large and stable in the wild. These animals are not on the list of endangered species. In fact, because of their aggressive nature and huge appetite, Cuban tree frogs are known as invasive species that negatively affect number of native species in the newly conquered habitats. Interesting Cuban tree frog facts. Cuban tree frog can reach 3 to 5.5 inches in length. Males are slightly smaller than females. Cuban tree frogs have rough skin that can be green, brown, white or gray in color. Dorsal side of the body and legs are covered with dark spots. Cuban tree frogs can easily change the color of the body to blend with the colors of the environment. Cuban tree frogs have round body and large toes covered with sticky substance which facilitates movement on the trees. Cuban tree frogs have big orange eyes and 6 rows of teeth, 2 in the upper and 4 in the lower jaw. Skin on the head of a Cuban tree frog is attached directly to the skull, cannot be moved backwards or forwards. This specific adaptation prevents loss of bodily water. Cuban tree frogs are nocturnal animals. They rest during the day, hidden in the trees, and hunt during the night. Cuban tree frogs are carnivores, meat eaters. Their diet includes insects, small species of frogs and lizards, small birds and snakes. Cuban tree frogs have unusual eating habits. They swallow the food with the help of their eyeballs. Cuban tree frogs eat other members of its own species, phenomenon known as cannibalism, when the food is scarce. Main predators of Cuban tree frogs are skunks, raccoons and snakes. Cuban tree frogs produce toxic substance to protect themselves from the predators. Also, they easily change the color of the body to match with the colors of the environment so that predators cannot spot them. Males use snorting sound to attract females during the mating season. These sounds can be heard during the night. Cuban tree frogs mate all year round. Mating season reaches climax during the wet periods of the year, from May to October. Female lays around 3,900 eggs in the water. After 30 hours, tadpoles will emerge from the eggs. 1 month later, tadpoles will transform into adult frogs. Young Cuban tree frogs will reach sexual maturity at the age of 5 to 7 years. Cuban tree frogs can survive from 5 to 10 years in the wild.